Yo, this is the Iron Demon, Shane Mercer, and you need to tune in and watch the World of Cafe podcast, or else you will get yeeted.
All right, live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode, World of Kayfabe podcast. As always, I'm your hostess, but the mostest, the one, the only, Nick Venom, along with my good friend, back from being sick, the man who's actually not dead, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Staggerly Crocker. Welcome back to the show, man. We missed you, bruh. I know you was out sick and everything, and
yep.
Glad to see you back. Conspicuous by his absence, Game King will not be on the show tonight, but don't have no fear. We always have backup. He had
an incident, with the Tony Atlas episode.
He would grab my pecker.
Oh well, I guess he grabbed his pecker.
Grab my pecker.
Glaze me.
And that's what happened, which we'll get to that shortly. I'm over here type of stuff.
But
anyway.
Yeah.
Anywho, with that, we got a lot of shit to freaking talk about. So right on, we start with this little segment, which is the Tony Atlas. Oh my God, that was absolutely insane. But before we get to that, this is our WrestleMania predictions. We also got stand and deliver predictions. We got so much good shit coming in at you for this, whatever, how long the stream's going to be, whatever it is. It's going to be awesome. So guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for checking us out. If you like what you see, please follow us on Twitch. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe on our YouTube page. Tap the notification bell that way you don't miss out any of our content whenever we upload a video. And also follow us on all social media platforms. And with that being said, it's time. We are live. I really wish you would have brought that back. That was awesome what you did last week, by the way. The Bruce
Ladies
Buffer.
and gentlemen, we are live.
I forgot I did that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you should have done that at the start of the show, too stupid.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Forgot.
Happy WrestleMania week, by the way. Happy WrestleMania week. As you can tell, Joey's God knows where Staggerly Crocker's at. He's somewhere around the world with WrestleMania sign behind him. But anyway, I digress. Man, that episode, Dark Side of the Ring, Tony Atlas. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. He's always been so vague. He always blames drugs on stuff. But in the past, he's been vague, like, oh, I had problems with weed. But no. he never went specifically into, what exactly he had.
Well, not just that.
But I love that the fact that he supposedly sacrificed the entire WWE world title for feet.
That's great. When he literally said that, I had to pause my iPad. I died of laughter. You mean to tell me this man, he said, yeah, screw this. I'm not going to go after the title. I could have been the very first black champion, but instead, my sexual desires or my fetish desire got a hold of me, and I decided to get stomped on instead. Like, literally, right off the gate. His humble beginnings, right? He's like, oh, yeah, I was raised. I was fighting with somebody else every other day, and sure enough, oh yeah, and then I had this foot fetish for a long time. Like, right out the gate, here we go. And throughout the entire segment, it was basically just him talking about his foot fetish. Now, granted, there was a lot of other shit as well. I did not know the man was homeless. That's the truth I'm saying.
Yeah, I had watched some shooter reviews with him, so I knew about the homeless part. But I didn't remember that he actually got married to her.
Yeah,
the one that saved
now
him
that
and took him
part
off
I
the
knew
street.
about. I knew that they got married, but I didn't know how they ended up meeting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I knew about a lot of shit going into it, but they never really understood what was going on. Hey Jeff, hey, you might want to answer your phone. I was trying to see if you want to be a guest on the show.
But you didn't answer, Jeff. So you missed it. You missed the big time. You missed the big time.
You could have done your damn predictions on the show, buddy. I mean, good Lord. I mean, it's not like you got a Zoom. It's not like you got the link to the show. You could just hop on in, you know. Poor Joey would have to do some editing, you know. Add another box in, God forbid. But that's okay. Because, that episode, this is by far one of the wildest episodes. And you knew, the moment they announced Tony Atlas, you knew what you was getting yourself into. For those big-time wrestling fans, we knew what we was getting ourselves into with this.
It was probably the least depressing episode, though, of Dark Side. If you want to have the more upbeat, it's the more upbeat.
This one was much more upbeat than the Ludwig episode. That one was just fucking just insane. But this one tops it.
Yeah.
Like I put this on the list of like New Jack and all the other shit that happened. Like this one, good God, the man straight up like, oh yeah, I suffer brain damage and also develop a fetish for the feet. And it's like, bruh. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, Jeff can't. He's got family at the house, so can't do it. Anyway, but yeah, it was absolutely insane. I mean, from start to finish, at least it ended on a high note. I think this is by far one of the more upbringing episodes by far. I think it was really good because it ended with him taking care of his wife, because his wife is, I think she's stuck in a nursing home, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
because she's got Bell's palsy.
Yeah, long-term care facility type deal. Yeah.
Yeah, so she had not Bell's palsy, she had a stroke.
Yeah, stroke.
And you could see she was starting to not feel this side of face, so it's really looking bad, and it sucks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the fact that this man, while he was homeless, he wanted to literally unalive himself. Another thing I did not know about. So that was crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how Perry Saturn had a similar thing. He almost froze to death in the winter, being homeless too.
Yeah, and that's another one that Dark Side needs to do. I feel, and I've always said this: the two that they need to do, even though one has been beaten to the ground, Teddy Hart would be a perfect addition to the Dark Side of the Ring episodes. I feel like for season 7, and we need to do a Dark Side of the Ring prediction. We haven't done one in a while. That would be a future episode. But as far as I'm concerned, and I will always say this, Teddy Hart would be perfect. Even though they had the documentary series on Peacock, I still believe there's more to it. You know what I mean?
I was recently looking up Teddy Hart recently, and him and TJ Wilson actually had matches in 1999. You can go watch them on YouTube. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They're teenagers just fighting each other.
Yeah, that's crazy. Also, Perry Saturn. Saturn would be a really good episode for Dark Side. I feel like that would be fantastic. I mean, and he's still alive, so he can literally talk and share his side of everything. I know he had an incident with the woman, how some guy was trying to rape her, and Saturn had saved the woman, saved the woman's life, you know. But yeah, it's one of those things, man. Tony Atlas was a really good episode. I think next week is Superstar Billy Graham.
Yeah, it is.
I think that's the next one, which that was going to be. I mean, it's mainly going to be about steroids. I mean, I don't know. Is he still alive?
Nah, he died. He
died. I thought so. Okay. So yeah. So there you go. So that happened. And now we gotta move on to depressing news. Oh. I thought he was gonna do something sad or whatever. Oh, well, close enough. AEW, and I called it. Well, of course, we talk about AEW. AEW is now the longest reigning episodic sports show on Turner Broadcasting. It finally surpassed WCW Nitro. Yeah, it finally surpassed Nitro. So
I guess it must be by promotion, because if we're going by like longest running show, like, Saturday Night would be one of the ones, but it was under NWA and WCW. I guess.
Yeah, well, that one really didn't count. That one wouldn't count.
Yeah,
they're mainly focusing on Nitro, which, I mean, Tony Khan got super hyped, which was
except
anything does is great. Kylie, welcome back to the show. Welcome back.
That wasn't like the Dynamite, though, was
I
in a
am
very
the table.
small
Yes, you were.
concert hall.
Yeah, but it's like, dude, you do not have to brag that you're the longest. You know what I mean? Here's an idea. How about develop better fucking storylines? How about that? See, I would go on about this, but I had enough crashing out last week. I think JD had enough crashing out for all of us for AEW Dynasty. We don't want to talk about that. But I will say this. Josh Alexander is now the newest, still blind though. Oh, that sucks. Josh Alexander is the newest member of AEW, and it seems like he's with the Don Callis family, which is basically has become this generation's Dungeon of Doom faction. Let's talk about it.
Well, I actually enjoyed the Dungeon of Doom back in the day. It was pretty cheesy, but it was okay.
I mean, it was just 90s filler shit. That's what
Yeah.
it was. Some people didn't like it, Big Show. Some people didn't like it. But yeah, I mean, I was only like what, 3, maybe.
Yeah,
Like Mitch wasn't even born yet.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Where's Blue's Clues?
Oh, I'm sorry, T-Gag. Who I was trying to get him on the podcast, because I know anytime we talk about AEW, he just so happens to be there and we talk about it and all that. Because if you ever want to get somebody on the show that completely hates AEW, T-Gag Shadow is your man, because he saw one episode and he realized this is a doomed company from the start. This is absolutely the worst wrestling company I've ever seen. Yes, it's completely Thunder Tits.
Thunder Tits!
But yeah, Josh Alexander is now your reigning, well, I say reigning, he's your new member of the AEW family. I really hope he does well, though. Very, very talented wrestler, you know? I kind of wish we would have had him in MLW or whatever and all that, but yeah, we didn't get that. I'm glad he's not in NWA. I will say that. Because I feel maybe AEW can match his speed, or give or take.
Yeah,
But,
well, I don't
yeah.
know if NWA has enough money to give to somebody like Josh
No,
Alexander.
they don't. If y'all want to talk about how shitty of a promotion, NWA, we clown about AEW, and there's actually some good moments in AEW. Shockingly, as of late, not so much. But NWA now is it's unredeemable. It's too far gone from being redeemed at this point. And T-Gag, you're not seeing Baxter tonight. My nephew's over here. He's hanging out with my nephew while he's playing Elden Ring. So, yeah. Sorry for those who came, and I'm sure we're about to lose the viewers because of Baxter. But, yeah, no. Baxter will not be on the show tonight, unfortunately. But anyway, just keep the chat rolling up, man. Y'all keep the chats rolling up. We got a lot of shit to talk about. It's going to be great. TNA has slightly unveiled their next title, which is the now the TNA International Championship, which looks good so far. I like that blue strap. I would have never thought TNA would pull a blue strap. Never see the day. Unless the Booker's playing Wrestling Empire. In that case, yes, TNA is better than AEW. It is, even though they did some shady shit, getting rid of Gail Kim and I mean, they did great getting rid of Josh Matthews. Getting rid of Gail Kim, that was a crime. anyway.
Yeah, AEW better pick up Gail Kim because I know Gail Kim isn't a huge
If not,
fan of WWE.
if not AEW, WWE better pick her up.
I know she's not as huge of a fan of WWE, but that was before. But that was during Vince's time.
That was the Vince era.
Yeah,
that was Vince McMahon's stuff. I feel if Gail could talk to Triple H, right? I feel she would have a more serious role. I don't think she's wrestling anymore. So if anything, make her an agent or make her a producer.
Yeah.
For like the women's matches, give or take. You know what I mean? That would be pretty cool.
That does have me curious when the last time she's wrestled. I gotta look this up on Cage Match.
I think 2018?
2023, she had a match with Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, Jordan Grace, Mickey James, and Trinity versus Angelina Love, Deanna Pizarro.
Hey, what's up, Deke?
Deanna Pizarro.
She had
oh my god, my brain is not one. Peraza, damn it! Why was my brain like? And Sean Torres,
buddy,
Sean
you were glitching. That's just what it was.
Yeah,
it was glitching. Happy WrestleMania week! Where's that horn at? Where's that? That's not the. There it is. Happy WrestleMania week, motherfuckers! Sorry about that. I know Crocker doesn't like when I cuss, but it's WrestleMania week.
They're coming for you now.
You got the sirens. Holler if you hear me. Anyway, so yeah, it's. I feel if she can talk to Triple H now, or even Stephanie, I feel she could definitely get a run in a have a one night. Not one night stand. Have a
one night stand with Triple H. That's how you get a job.
Time to play the game. No, just have like a one night only match with like I don't know Roxanne Perez in NXT, right? Kind of like what Mickey James did with Asuka. Have a match with them. EC Dub. Why you put EC Dub? Anyway. Put her against, I don't know, Stephanie Fakira would be great. Julia would be fantastic. That'd be sick. You know, like Gail Kim, her run in NXT would be very interesting because put up against Roxanne, put up against Cora, put up against a who's who. Well, not Jordan Grace. I think they already wrestled each other. Or they might not have. I don't know. But fuck it, put her in the match.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Joey.
It would be cool to see her like Gail Kim versus Asuka, but
that would be sick.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
If they're going to do that ever, that should be reserved for like a WrestleMania though, or if they're going to do that Evolution show that's supposedly going to happen in July.
Yeah, I'm about to say anything but to have another Evolution show.
Yeah,
for the all, and that's when apparently Paige is supposed to come back. Supposedly, I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Well, you want to get started with Stand Deliver predictions?
Sure.
Knock that out the way. So, y'all guys came to the right place. I'm glad everybody's locked in with the chats. I do appreciate you guys coming in. We love and support you guys. You guys are awesome. Kylie, it's good to see you back. I know you've been in hell at the hospital fighting, doing a lot of shit. Anyway, we have Stand Delivered. Clarence late again. No, of course. Clarence is always late. See, Clarence likes to fall asleep. And I know he works. I mean, he busts his ass and everything. And sometimes he's an old man. He's an old man. He ends up falling asleep. So we do have the Clarence
bot. That's what
bot.
he gets for putting me in a kennel.
Shut up, Clarence Bot. Nobody asked you. That's why we have Clarence Bot.
You are the one who needs to shut up, fool. You'll be sorry. You'll admit I'll bite your ass if you don't show me some respect.
What the hell that?
Because
Good Lord.
last time you were talking to Baxter, you were threatening to put him as a kennel, and the Clarence Spot thought you were talking to him. So he's still thinking of that.
Well, I mean, Baxter was acting up that day. So that indeed happened. Other than that, do we have a stacked match card for Stand and Deliver? This looks really good. Starting things off, we have the I feel like this is gonna be the opening match. Nobody puts CB in the corner. Nobody. The Women's North American Championship ladder match, which we found out, which, by the way, I want to clarify something. And I know Clarence would have been here, right? Did you watch NXT?
No.
Oh my God. Do you want me to spoil it for you? Well, I already kind of spoiled it for you. Thea Hale's back. Okay. Thea Hale comes back, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw.
She's got a new theme.
Yeah, I saw the new gear too and all that.
Badass new gear. But it's a theme you might have heard of before. Somewhere else. She got Eddie Edwards' fucking theme.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
She's got Eddie Edwards' theme. So I wonder if for some reason Eddie decided, hey, I don't want that theme anymore. I want to get a new theme. Eddie's will probably end up getting new music. So with that being said, who is in this match? I don't even know who's in the women's match. The women's I do know. We got Izzy Dane, Kalani Jordan, Thea Hale, what's her, the Australian woman, Saraya, and So Ruka, I think that's the 6 women. Yeah, I think so. God damn it.
Go to ahead. And
what?
you said, I think so. I was asking you what it was.
Well, thank you, Clarence. I do appreciate that. Let's see. You mean new speed
Okay,
champions?
take your time.
By the way, so Ruka is your brand new women's speed champion, which that sounds very weird, by the way. Okay, so yeah, it's
yeah.
Zaraya, Kalani Jordan, Soruka, Izzy Dame, Lola Vice, and Thea Hale. I forgot about Lola Vice. So, man, this one's gonna be a tough one. This is gonna be a tough one. But if I'm a betting man, I feel like Zaria. Yeah, Zaria. I feel like she's gonna win it. Who you got, Joey?
Soroka. And here's Clarence Spot.
I think Kalani Jordan will win it.
Fucking course he would pick Kalani Jordan. Look. I do not want Kalani Jordan to win this match. I really don't. I just don't. She was not good with the inaugural champ. Not gonna be good with it. I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Anyway, I got Saraya. I don't know why I keep saying Saraya. You got Soruka, and Clarence Bob, for some stupid reason, got Kalani Jordan, the most blanded. Actually, she grew on me a little bit. I will say that. It's not that I don't want to win the title. I don't see her winning it again. So, yeah, Zaria is an obvious pick. But I feel like there might be some jealousy between Soruka and Zaria. So that definitely could be a thing in the future. Anyway, the next match we have is also is the D'Angelo family versus Dark State in a 6-man tag match. Dude, right off the bat, Dark State. I feel Dark State is a perfect is their debut pay-per-view match, so it would kind of suck if they were going to go in at Stand Deliver and lose to the D'Angelo family. You know what I mean? Sleeper is Thea Hell. You know what? I agree with Deke. Thea is definitely a sleeper in this match. Absolutely. Darkseid, yeah, exactly. Darkseid has to win at this point. They have to win in the debut match.
They have to win their debut or they're meaningless. They might have just well be called the Job Squad if they lose.
Or the debut, or the faction is doomed. You know what I mean? You want to make a big statement.
The NXT Job Squad.
Easy, Al Snow. But I feel like with Darkseid, if they were to lose, all the momentum would be gone.
Yeah.
For one. All of it would be gone. It's just, man, I'm going to be honest. I feel like, obviously, and I know you probably, who you picked? Darkseid?
Yeah, Darkseid.
Okay, so we both got Darkseid for that match.
Here's Clarence.
Sean has been doing great.
Going with D'Angelo family. Call.
Clarence thinks D'Angelo family.
Sean has been doing great with bookings, albeit predictable for the most part. Somewhat, yeah. He's been cooking pretty good as of late. So, but yeah, Darkseid all the way. If they lose, no. I feel like their momentum would be doomed, and it'd just be like a pointless faction being made. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's definitely going to be huge for that team to go over. Because, I mean, they're white hot right now. You know what I mean? Especially in NXT. They are absolutely white hot. Moving right along, we have the NXT Tag Team Champions on the line. Tag Team Champions on the line. Fraxium versus the Hulk Squad. Hank Walker and Tank Leisure. I think I said Ledger. No, Ledger. My bad. I suck with freaking names tonight. I don't know why. That'll be shenanigans, I bet. Oh, I'm sure that'll be shenanigans. Anyway, Joey, who you got for this match?
Fraxium.
Really? You gonna go with Fraxium?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Hank and Tank. Why I say this is because the momentum that's building up, everything that's leading up to this, if they lose this match to Fraxium, then what's next for this team? What's literally next? The only thing I can possibly see is that we're getting a heel turn. And I feel, with that heel turn, I feel Nathan Frazier's going to turn on Axiom. I have a good feeling. And it's definitely on the arrival.
Fraser and Axiom.
Because they've been holding that tech. So, thank you, Clarence Bot. I feel Fraxium is about to be imploded, because if you notice this past Tuesday when they were talking about Hank and Tank winning the match and they interviewed Fraxium, Nathan kind of got a little bit angry, a little bit or whatever. You know what I mean? Like he was acting suspicious, and not the normal suspicious. This was more suspicious than ever. So I feel Hank and Tank gonna walk out with the new NXT tag titles. Is going to be hopefully that could happen. If not, I'll be all right with Fraxium winning. It is what it is. On to our next match. We have the NXT North American Championship. The debuting Ricky Saints, another debut for Stand and Deliver, formerly known as Ricky Starks, going up against another AEW alumni, All Ego Ethan Page, and man, this is a tough one. But Crocker, you go ahead and tell me who you're gonna pick.
I think Ricky Saints will win, and so does Clarence Spot. Clarence Spot thinks that too.
Of course. I feel for him being in the company for so recent, right?
Yeah.
He outdone Kevin Owens. He outdone Ethan Page.
Yeah.
Literally, like what, his third week?
If he
in
drops
NXT?
If he drops it this quick, it'll stop all of his momentum.
Yeah. So obviously Ricky Saints is getting the dub. I see Ethan Page being one of the ones getting called up to the main roster. Specifically maybe SmackDown. More on that later. But as we talk about our WrestleMania predictions, Ethan Page, I feel like is gonna be one of the ones that get called up. I just have a good feeling about it. But if he does lose, Spears will interfere in the match. Oh yeah, but I think Spears made it clear he didn't mind losing the title. It wasn't about losing the title. It was more about the people that was in the culling that he was more worried about. It's like, hey, look, I want a title. Hey, that's great. I want a title. All right. But it's not about me. It's about you guys. So that's actually, in hindsight, as crazy as it sounds, it's actually not bad. Right? It's instead of like making it about yourself, no, even though you're the leader of the faction, you're making it about your peers, the people that are in your faction. You care more about them. And that's actually pretty cool. That was actually a pretty cool segment they had, I think, like a couple weeks ago or whatever. So we both picked Ricky Saints to win this match. Next up, we have, I think that's it. Oh, no. We got 2 more matches. The NXT Women's Championship. We have champ Stephanie, good lord, Stephanie Fakir versus Julia, who just turned on Stephanie, versus Jordan Grace versus Jada Parker. I am being extremely biased with this one when I say this. Stephanie is not losing the championship. No, absolutely not. Julia just came back. No, I don't see her winning the match. I don't see her getting pinned, however. No, I'm sticking with my guns with Stephanie. Stephanie's retaining that title. Jada Parker, no. Jada Parker is not it. You can cut so many baddie promos and inspirational promos. You're just not it, in my opinion. Jordan Grace, you just got here. It ain't your time yet. Anyway, I think that's Baxter playing with my nephew. Anyway, who you got, Joey?
Stephanie back here, and so does Clarence. I don't see her losing the title.
Yeah, I don't see her losing the title. I really don't. They've been throwing titles on all the signees. No, I mean, yeah, they have. They have, but with Stephanie, her being now the new face of the women's division in NXT, I don't see her losing it anytime soon. Now, I do see her against Julia way down the line. I definitely see that happening. And as like I said on previous episodes of World of Kayfabe, I've definitely said this. That is going to be your next big faction. We had Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade, right? You had them going at it. You had, who else? Lola Vice and Jada Parker going at it. That was an insane rivalry. This one's going to be right there. You know what I mean? This is going to be fantastic. Though with the likes of, was it Bailey and Asuka, Rhea Ripley and Shayna Baszler, but she was actually legit and not just some bitch on Twitter. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel this is going to be your next big time, big fight feel feud. And now that Julia finally turned heel, we finally got the New Japan version of Julia. I feel like that's what's going to happen. As far as I'm concerned, I agree with you. I don't see Stephanie dropping the title just yet. Give her time to hold that title. I feel like she's going to go on a very, not lengthy run, but close to it. And moving right along, we have our main event is going to be the NXT Championship. Obafemi defends his title against Trick Williams and Javon Evans. I would have been fine if he would have had Trick versus Oba, but the fact that Javon Evans is been inserted in this match, it's actually been really cool. Javon is my sleeper for this match. He's absolutely my sleeper. As far as for Trick, no. Trick at this point, another one that needs to be called up to the main roster. At this point, you're bidding a dead horse because it's literally every other week you go on there and it's like what Javon said. You go on there and you cut a promo saying, "Oh, I'm owed this, I'm owed that. Oh, give me back the title that I never lost. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, even though he did lose the title, but still in all. You know what I mean? Like, he acts like he's guaranteed a rematch. So, another one I don't see losing a title, Obafemi. I feel he's gonna absolutely retain that title.
Yeah, I think Obafemi's gonna retain the title. Clarence Bot actually has a prediction for this, and he predicts that Carmelo Hayes will return and interfere with this match.
All right. Thank you, Clarence Bot. Classic David versus Goliath. Yeah, see, that's what I would like to see. I feel somewhere in the near future, we're going to get Javon Evans versus Obafemi. We're going to get that. I mean, after all, he literally dropped both of them with that stunner. Or with the RKO. I think he's doing that now. What was it, a few episodes ago that he had dropped both of them whenever Dark State came out. But yeah, I think this will be the first stand delivered to see both the NXT champion and women's champion not drop titles. So I could be wrong on that one. But that is our predictions for NXT stand and deliver pay-per-view. Which will be going on Saturday. What time it starts anyway? Oh, it starts at 1
the
p.m.
pre-show.
Eastern.
Yeah, the pre-show, yeah.
Yeah, the pre-show is at 10 or whatever. I don't know when the pre-show is.
Yeah, I gotta look. There has to be a everybody keeps posting like big old schedules on Facebook, and of course I can't find one right off the top of
Right?
my head. Two. Yeah, 2.
So it'll be 2 down here. So if you're in a Central Standard Time, it's at 2. Dudes, did you see the weird Triple H wax figure? Yeah, Joey actually was going to put that on our format screen. Thankfully, he didn't. Because that is... Whoever made that needs to... yeah, no. That just... It looks bad. Dude, it looks so bad. I don't know if he's finding the... Oh, there it is. Oh, good Lord. There it is. There it is. It's right there. And he put it next to me. Of course he put it next to me. Yeah, that just looks like a bad action figure. It looks like one of those bone-crunching wrestling figures from back in the day. H took a pic of it next to it. Make the eyes. Yeah, I saw that. That was wild. All right, so on to our WrestleMania, which that's pretty much what the show's about tonight. WrestleMania predictions. I've been saving all my predictions for tonight because everybody's been asking, who do you think's gonna win? What's gonna happen? What's going on? All that stuff. And to be honest, man, I'm very excited about this one. Although, really? And then he has it upside down. Like, what the fuck? Then he has it put it on top of the Mandalay Hotel or whatever. Put it over there.
Don't jump! Don't!
Anyway, this is Nick is Tripp's pick. LMAO. Of course. Trips always picks me. Anyway, we have, which I feel it's going to be the opener, right? For night 1. So we're going to actually be predicting the matches based on what's going on. We already know the main events for night 1 and 2. Night 1 being CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. And a triple threat match for night 1 as your main event. And then night 2's main event is John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. However, this is going to be the very first Royal Rumble to not Royal Rumble, first WrestleMania to have the 2025 Royal Rumble winners, Jey Uso and Charlotte Flair, not be in the main event. So, not so much the women's side of it, because
Jey Uso has expressed that he wants to open night 1.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a perfect match to open up WrestleMania. I mean, dude, you're right there.
But you know what that means, though? He's winning the belt. There's no way you can have the crowd all hyped up for Jay, have him lose the belt, the chance.
Oh, that would be great.
The entire night is just all depressed.
That would be hilarious as hell if that would have happened. I mean, obviously, matter of fact, we'll start with that match. Jey Uso versus Gunther. I mean, who you picking?
Jay. I just can't see Jay losing this time.
I pick Gunther. No, I'm picking Jey Uso. Jey Uso's winning this match. It's predictable. But I really hope this match is a hard-fought match. I really hope it. I really hope instead of being like, okay, here's the opening match, bam, here's a spear, a yeet, bomb, whatever the fuck he wants to call his finisher. 1, 2, 3, new champ.
Jay has to hold Gunther's head up and be all like bloody.
Oh yeah. No yeet. If anything, put some blood in that match.
Yeah.
It's like what happened. What was it in? Was it Boulder? It was one of the European shows. Whenever Jimmy got busted open, and basically, yeah, Gunther was all over that man's blood. So I feel we're gonna have to have a 30-minute banger, at least 30 minutes. I mean, you're in the ring with Gunther. All right, that match with Sami Zayn, was it last year at WrestleMania? That was a fantastic match. So if Sami Zayn can beat Gunther for the Intercontinental title, then Jey Uso has no problem beating Gunther for the world title. Hey Bax. Oh wait, speaking of which, hey Bax, you wanna chime in? Who's gonna win that match?
I guess the microphone's gonna win.
The microphone's not gonna win, Bubba. So Baxter thinks Jey Uso's gonna win this match. Rollins versus Lesnar at 35 had the Royal Rumble, not in the main event. It was the opener. That is true. I forgot about that match. Thank you, Deke. So Rollins, who won the 2019 Royal Rumble, opened up WrestleMania 35. But we don't talk about that WrestleMania because that WrestleMania was ass. That WrestleMania was hot doo-doo garbage. I hated that WrestleMania.
Now I see a different thing that says send to deliver is at noon. So I don't know. Check Peacock.
Who knows, man? Yeah, check Peacock. Don't want to know when it starts. Just check Peacock.
I forgot we got the Slammies this year again. Also on YouTube.
That's going to be great. And then Hall of Fame is Friday. Which,
yeah, that's going to be at midnight.
Really? No,
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be at 10.
Nope. This year they're not doing it right after. They're having it at midnight.
No, it's not going. No, Netflix is not. No.
No, it's not going to be on Netflix. It's if you're
I think
Canada,
for Netflix, that's people like Canada and like international.
Yeah, international markets have it on Netflix.
We're not international, Dick. We're not. Too stupid.
But yeah, the Slammies will be on YouTube.
Oh, thank you, Baba. Thank you. Oh, I love you too. I thank you. I thank you as you licking my neck. But yeah, Jey Uso's winning this match against Gunther. That's a great opener. Obviously, Jey Uso's walking out. It's gonna be great. Moving right along. We're gonna get this match out of the way. This is the bathroom break. Oh, good lord. Okay, Bax. Okay. This is gonna be another banger. I say banger. This is gonna be a tournament match. Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano.
I have an idea for this match. I doubt it'll happen, but it would be
I swear
really
to God,
cool.
if you say Kurt Angle's under that mask.
Well, it was sort of like that, but I was going to have him have El Grande Americano be running around the ring to avoid being unmasked, have him go under the ring, and then have Kurt Angle come out, as a separate person with the mask on.
Because Preston Bentley said that he predicted Kurt Angle was going to be underneath the mask.
I don't think he should be under the mask the entire time. Just have him do a swap under the ring.
That would be funny as hell, though. So you think Kurt Angle would be having a role in American Alpha as a manager?
I think he's actually said he'd be interested in it. So yeah, that'll be really cool.
Yeah. I don't care for this match. I really don't. But if I'm a betting man, El Grande.
I do love that.
So what?
I do love that enough people couldn't take a joke about him being from the Gulf of America that they had to change it back to Gulf of Mexico. It's like you guys would never survive the Dudleys in ECW.
Oh God, no. Oh God, no. They would not survive. Hey Baxter, who you got for this match? You want Rey Mysterio win or you want El Grande Americano win? It's okay, buddy. Take your time. Okay, never mind. Yeah, El Grande for the win. Americano will win and unmask himself. It could be somebody else though. It's definitely not Chad Gable. I promise you that. Go ahead, back.
I love how
it's definitely not. It's definitely not Chad Gable.
I mean,
It's definitely not.
The internet is taking this way too seriously, where they're like examining cuts on his hands, tattoos
Oh
on
my
the
God!
back.
Yeah, like, dude, chill. It's not Chad Gable. It's not, and I see that, and it's like, dude, seriously. Chad Gable was sick in Minneapolis. I mean, he was in his hometown, but he was sick. You know what I mean? Anyway, another match we can kind of get rid of. Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Naomi's gonna win this match.
Naomi.
Naomi's winning this match.
I do think this might be a pretty brutal match, though.
It's possible.
With how much
possible.
With how much they've been hyping this up on social media, I think it's just going to be a drag out. Like, I think we're going to have some hair being pulled out.
Do you think that blood will be involved? If so, I mean, intentional, I should say.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think they should have I think they should end the match where, like Jade's back on on the car again, just slammed up against the car in blood. Maybe then.
I don't know. I was just thinking of it. Naomi with Bianca interfering and turning heel before night 2. I thought. No, Bianca's gonna be at night 2, Geek. Yeah, Bianca Belair is in night 2. Anyway. Oh, okay, never mind. So Naomi with Bianca interfering. Yeah, no, maybe Naomi interferes on night 2 in the triple threat match, but then again, the triple threat match is no disqualification. But anyway, get off topic a little bit. I definitely see Naomi winning this match. Oh, before night 2. Okay, well that makes more sense. Moving right along, we got, I feel this could be a sleeper for night 1. The United States match featuring, get it ready, LA Knight.
Yeah.
Versus Jacob Fatu. Another predictable match. Fatu's taking this title. I mean, come on. The man's red hot. The man's literally all gas, no brake. Literally.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, Joey.
Yeah, Fatu's going to take it. He's going to hold on to that belt until Tangaloa comes back. Takes all the belts.
I really hope he doesn't lick that belt, because I heard there's Logan Paul's Logan Paul's on the belt.
Yeah, there's a picture.
I really hope he doesn't put his mouth on it.
Yeah, there's a picture of him in the shower with the belt on.
Naked body. I really hope they keep that in mind and clean the belt, and not. Yeah, don't lick the belt, Fatu. Just don't lick it.
Oh, you want to know that? Shirt that John Cena wore during the press conference after he turned heel at Elimination Chamber? They're selling that at WWE World. Do you want to know how much that is?
I'm dying to know.
$79,000.
What?
Yeah, they're
So
selling
the shirt
it.
he wore. Oh, so they're auctioning. Not auctioning. They're actually selling it.
Yeah, at the WWE World, Fanatics is selling it for $79,000.
That's more than a fucking WrestleMania ticket.
I know.
A good one at that. That's the crazy part. That's what contemplating on going to WrestleMania next year. Shit. Which is fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Anyway, even though it's a lifelong dream of mine, bitch is fucking expensive. Shit,
Yeah.
I got a truck note to pay. I got a fucking puppy to pay on. You know what I mean? It's food and all that stuff. No. Anyway, Fatu winning this match, hands down. I feel this is going to be a sleeper, though, because, man, LA Knight, you can't sleep on LA Knight. I mean, a guy who has been over with the fans for the last 2 years. I mean, he kind of fell off the radar a little bit, had some stellar matches, but he ended up getting back up his feet and walking out with the U.S. title once again. But he's about to lose it to Fatu. It's Fatu's time, man. And this, he's going to hold it for a little while, but I definitely see Fatu being a main event scene in the near future.
Yeah, it's his time. Let's see the roller coaster go up with Fatu.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the dude could cut a killer promo. You know what I mean? He cut a massive, great promo.
Yeah, all those backstage promos with him coming out and him just talking is amazing.
It's so intense. It's so intense. So awesome. It reminds me a little bit of MLW. If you're not really paying attention, it kind of reminds me a little bit of MLW. The next match we have is the WWE Women's Championship match. Tiffany Stratton as your champ versus Charlotte. I'm made out of bones. Flair. Swear to God. I really hope. I have a feeling what's going to happen. I really hope Tiffany retains.
Yeah.
I really hope they realize, WWE, Triple H and company, realize that the fans do not want Charlotte Flair as your world champion.
Except that WWE recently just said that they don't care what fans think. Because the fans saying what they want on the internet is not the real world, according to Triple H.
Nick Khan said that.
Okay, Nick Khan said that.
It was Nick Khan that said that. And Nick Khan is a fucking stooge, okay?
Well,
let's get that out of the way.
Well, that's a WWE president, so he's got the...
I don't give a rat's ass if he's the fucking president of the United States. That is a stooge, okay? What he knows about wrestling. Oh, wait, he just attracted to fucking skin and bone women like Charlotte Flair. Anyway, sick bastard.
Not my president. Not my president. Jack Tunney is my president. President Jack Tunney.
But no, like, I really hope they don't put the title on Charlotte. Even though that's exactly what it's going to look like. And I think it's Tiffany Stratton's debut at WrestleMania. I think it's her WrestleMania debut. If I'm not mistaken. D, because you know you like to call me out for being wrongfully opinionated. Please enlighten me and see if Tiffany Stratton, her WrestleMania debut is this weekend. But yes, indeed, Tiffy time. But I really hope, all the time. Fuck you. Anyway, yeah, we both picking Stratton. I'm saving your energy. I'm saving my voice for this one. Stratton. I'm tired of Charlotte with the title. It's pretty damn annoying. Speaking of annoying, well, not speaking of annoying. We would have the next match. I feel would be like the upbringing. The WWE Tag Team Championship match. I forgot about this one. War Raiders versus New Day. Joey, who you got for this match?
New Day.
Yeah. I was about to say New Day.
There's some people predicting Big E's going to show up and cost them the titles, but I don't think that's going to happen.
No. I don't see that being a thing. I definitely do not see them. I don't see him being medically cleared for a long time. And then it's like I hear Kevin Owens supposed to be in Las Vegas. He's supposed to be staying at some hotel.
Kevin Owens is getting a second opinion on it.
Staying at.
But yeah, Kevin Owens is getting a second opinion on his neck surgery. There was a lot of, I think it was Friday, like the internet was filled with a bunch of fake Kevin Owens surgery photos that people were making AI and being like
AI generated ones. I fell for one of them. But they look just like Kevin Owens, but then I realized KO doesn't have a sleeve. I mean, he has a sleeve on the right arm, but it's not complete. And he's got a complete one on his left one. So, yeah, that's when you know it's fake. Yeah, this is definitely New Day's time. I feel now more than ever over the last 10 years or 11 years since their inception, I feel now they've become more of a threat than anything to the tag division. I mean, look what happened with Big E, right? And it's true because they have not held the tag title since NXT, and that was like what 4 years ago, I think, or 3 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And the way how I see it with New Day, now will be a great time to become the tag champs. I feel there's going to be some scrutiny that's going to happen. There's going to be some shenanigans that's going to happen. Pretty sure it's the first time. I figured that. Thank you, Deke. But once I'm right, you're wrong. Anyway, by the way, how those Astros are doing. Shut up, Joe, because I know you might say something stupid with the Braves. Go fuck yourself. I already know what you're about to say. Son of a bitch. No.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know anything. If the Braves were so good, why did Ted Turner sell them? I don't know.
That was not funny. Son of a bitch. Why we don't have Braves games on the fucking TBS no more? Some bullshit. I think New Day takes it. Big E comes back and turns. So here's the thing, right? He's not wrong, right? After all, he's not wrongfully opinionated. You know. My thing is, I can see Big E come back, and I can see him being a manager. I don't see him being cleared. He's not cleared yet, but I can see him. I could definitely see him turning, right? And be like, hey, my brother's on one. Everything's right with the world now. You know, this would happen, blah, 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 blah. So, and who knows? Big E might end up getting a Majin symbol on his arm or his chest or even on his buttocks. For all we fucking know. Shit. But yeah. And now we've got to our main event of night one. Man, it feels good to say this. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. And I really wish Clarence could have been here for this one, because I would have loved to hear his input for this match alone. And we talk about the actual Clarence, not Clarence bot. Joey, who you got for this match?
I can't see anybody other than Roman winning it. Honestly.
I'm going to disagree.
Roman doesn't come back and lose usually.
And this situation is different. By the way, you don't have to remind me, Deke. Just know your team is in last place too. If I gotta suffer, you gotta suffer. Yeah, I feel as biased as I can be about CM Punk, because easily I want to pick CM Punk, right? I feel, and I've spoken about this to a few friends of mine, few close friends of mine, and I've not revealed this information yet. I feel Rollins could win it. And the reason being is that Paul Heyman turns not only on CM Punk, but he turns on Roman Reigns, making Seth Rollins your new Paul Heyman guy. I feel like that's what's going to happen. So normally I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, CM Punk, let's go. Let's move on to night 2. It's great to have Punk in the main event. It really is. And I'm very excited as a CM Punk fan for well over, 14 years now, if not that, longer than that, 19 years. The fact he's playing fucking Marvel Rivals, good Lord. I can hear the shit. Hey, don't mess up my streak over there. Thank you. Oh, whatever. Hey, Nick, great call. I didn't even need to type up my Heyman turning theory, LOL. See, great minds think alike. But the thing is, I feel, if you've noticed, at the end of Raw, was it last week, I think? Paul, I have a favor for you. Or whatever. You know what I mean? And then, if you notice too, Cena mentioned was best for business. Then Rollins the other night mentioned, I gotta do the right thing is what's best for business. So that's a sign we may be getting a new corporation formed in the WWE. With The Rock being like he who shall not be named. But you know. But yeah, I feel we could definitely be getting a new Paul Heyman guy with Seth Rollins. So it could definitely happen. So you got Roman Reigns. T-Gag got Rollins. Deke got Rollins. I got Rollins. Who knows? Punk could possibly win it for all we know. But I feel for the smart marks out there, like myself, I feel Rollins is going to win it due to Paul Heyman turning on both Roman and CM Punk. Because if you notice, Paul's going to be with CM Punk. And that's the favor that Punk wanted. Apparently. But I feel that favor's not enough. I feel like, and we're about to get into night 2, Punk might be involved in night 2. So with that being said, we're going to move right along to night 2. And we're going to start things off with, I feel like this is going to be the opening match for night 2. The women's tag team championship match. Bayley and Lara Valkyria versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. I remember last Friday, Clarence was pissed about this match. He was extremely pissed about this match. But I do see Liv Morgan and Raquel retaining due to Bayley turning on Lara. What you got, Joey?
I kind of just hope that Liv and Raquel retain the titles. For a team that's only had like one match, I don't think they should have the titles just being thrown at them at Mania.
No. I mean, it's a great concept. It really is. It's a great.
This has been the big issue with the female tag division. They just throw people together.
Yeah,
maybe this will work. Maybe this will work.
They should just ditch the tag titles altogether because that title's cursed. It really is. It has happened to Liv Morgan. It's happened to Raquel, the current holders. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I definitely see Liv and Raquel retaining, but I do see Bayley turning on Lyra, or even Lyra turning on Bayley. Either way, there's gonna be a heel turn in this match. I feel like one's gonna turn the other. And that's just how I feel about it. Moving right along, we have... This is going to be my match of WrestleMania. This is going to be the match, in my opinion, that's going to steal the show. No, chat, I'm going to tell you right now, no, I am not saying this because I'm being heavily biased with this next match. No, that's not the reason why I'm saying this is a good match of the night. The Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental Championship match. You think so? You think so, D? Anyway, the Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental Championship match. Braun Breaker, who is the current champ, going up against Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and the one, the only, the man himself, Penta El Yeah!
Glaze me.
No. Shut up. Braun is not retaining. Braun's not. You know what? I wouldn't even be mad if Braun retains. Everyone's getting a spear. Well, no shit, everyone's getting a damn spear.
Yeah,
Braun Breaker.
this match is going to be absolutely chaos.
Oh my god! If you thought the Jacob Fatu LA Knight match is chaotic, this match is no disqualification.
Yeah, that's what.
So literally anything could happen.
Yeah, we've had the Money in the Bank ladder matches at Mania in the past, which have been absolutely insane at times. This will be at that level, I think. We're going to have some ladders, some people flying off ladders.
I want to stop the stream.
I do want Dom to win the match.
Kylie just picked Dominic Mysterio. This is
Yes,
from a woman
Dominic Mysterio is going to win.
The thing is, Kylie normally picks the baby face because Kylie is a casual wrestler, so she's going to go after the baby faces. But she actually picked Dom.
You know what? I found something out today.
That's wild.
Bret Hart has a bar called Hitman's Bar in Calgary, and they have Dirty Dom's Chicken Tenders. That's what the chicken tenders is called.
It's times like this I wish we had Dan back on the show. We could have had him make fun of Bret Hart. Hey Bret, how you feel about Goldberg? And he's probably still crying about it at his bar. Anyway, no, I gotta pull for Penta. I have to. In this case, I have to. Look, if he doesn't win it, then what's the point of him being in the title picture? You know what I mean? But I wouldn't mind seeing Dom win it. Either way, this match, I don't care who fucking wins. All I know is this is going to be the starting point for Braun Breaker's main event push. This is going to be the start right here. Because at this point, Braun Breaker does not need the Intercontinental Championship match. Not the Intercontinental Championship match. He does not need the Intercontinental title. He doesn't. He really doesn't. Right? The man's money. The man's red hot. And a hot take, he has the greatest spear of all time. Of all time. All right? Like, you can argue with me, oh, Edge has it. Oh, Roman Reigns has it. Goldberg has it, which in that case, Goldberg's my number 2. But Bobby Lashley, Moose, Christian, Kurt Hawkins, any of those guys, fuck, even Rhino. Yeah, you're right about that. Even Rhino now, especially Rhino now, cannot hold a candle to the way how Braun Breaker spears his people. This man is literally running at 30 miles per hour. Boom, spears you. Which is, for most people, that is fucking impossible. Yes, Lashley and Moose have the ugliest spears. Moose has an underrated spear. By far. Moose has a very underrated spear. He does that flip spear. I like that. That's pretty cool. Bobby Lashley's spear sucks. All right, I'll just put it to you like that. And that's definitely not a hot take. That's facts. So to be honest, I'm sticking to my guns. I'm sticking with Penta. But if Dom wins, we gotta have a live sex celebration on Raw. We have to. We gotta have a live sex celebrations. Does he do a flip spear? Well, Moose does it better. Anyway, Yeah, I'm pulling for Penta, but I would not be mad if Dom wins it. You know what I mean? Not if Liv loses, she'll have a headache. Oh well, I mean, there's medicine for that. Anyway, and then the next match, and I thought this was gonna be a regular match, but I was wrong. We have the Sins. Oh, better yet, no. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Joey, who you got for this match? Yeah, you muted.
AJ Styles. It's going to be. That was my answer. It's a disqualification draw. No. AJ Styles.
I hate to say it. I feel Logan Paul's going to win this match. But it's going to be due to some bullshittery. Like the brass knucks or something. But
KSI,
that's
KSI comes out.
Or Speed comes out.
Yeah, I show
or
Speed.
The other guy. What's the other streamer's name? That's good friends with Speed.
Have I show Speed? Have I show Speed come running out, but have Braun running after him?
Oh my God! Yes, that'd be comical. That would be comical as hell. Yeah, Kai. Thank you, Deke. Yeah, Kai interfere in that match. But yeah, I feel Logan Paul's winning this match. I mean, at this point, this is AJ Styles' last hurrah. At this rate, AJ has nothing to prove, right? He doesn't. He's had a Hall of Fame career. He's the only wrestler that I know that has been Triple Crown and Grand Slam winner in 2 different promotions. And I could be wrong on that one because I know Deke's got somebody else in mind. But as far as I'm concerned, AJ has won all the titles in TNA. He's had 3 Hall of Fame careers, exactly. He's held just about almost every major title there is, except AEW. So yeah, the man has a Hall of Fame career. At this rate, losing to a social media guy, that would have been all right. You know what I mean? It is what it is. All right, the next match, and I feel T-Gag is going to love this match. The Sin City Street Fight. Damian Priest versus Drew I'm So Bitter McIntyre. Oh boy. This one was a stinker at first, but then they added the Sin City Street Fight. I don't know, man. I'm undecided. What you got to say for this one?
I think we're going to get some like glass for certain with the whole eye injury. There's going to be some revenge from Drew for that.
Just don't let CM Punk see that. Do not forget we need Randy's match. Oh, well, yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in just a moment.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Drew's going to win the match.
I kind of want to see Damian win it. That way we can have Drew go on a SmackDown again and cry about it or some shit. I just want to see it. It'd be funny as hell. Which I'm kind of also pissed too. We don't have the Street Profits defending the tag titles for night 2. That sucks.
Yeah, that's...
Instead they defended it on SmackDown against the Motor City Machine Guns, which I'm pissed that they're not even on WrestleMania either. You know? Which sucks, man. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I'm pulling for Damian Priest for this match. I feel just to see Drew McIntyre just bitter.
I just can't really stand Damian Priest. I don't
mind it. I don't mind it, but yeah, we definitely need MG on Mania. We definitely need that. For us fucking indie wrestling fans and just fans outside WWE, this would mean a lot to us. You know what I mean? The next match, we have the World Women's Championship match. Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. I'm going for Mommy to win the title. What you got, Joey?
Yeah, Rhea's winning the title.
I do not understand why they decided to put the Io. I don't understand why they decided to put the title on Io. I don't understand it. This match in particular is a disaster. And I'm going to explain why. Drew on the SmackDown after oh yeah. That's exactly what's going to happen. Anyway, getting back to that. So my thing is that this should have been Bianca versus Rhea. You had everything right there in your path, right? In the past, what held Bianca away from being the very best? Not beating Rhea. She could not beat Rhea. Plain and simple. There's your storyline. Work with that. Get it done, right? For some reason, they decided, hey, let's have a match between Io and Rhea. Because Rhea never beaten Io, right?
Yeah.
So this is pretty much a match of nobody has beaten anybody. And it's become bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. So now it's a triple threat match, which means there's no rules. There's no anything can happen, right? Bianca, as of late, has been acting strange, not acting like herself. She's wearing black clothing. She never wears black clothing. She's looking more, skimpier outfits. Bianca Belair never wears skimpy outfits. Her fan demographic is ages 9 through 12, if that. We'll say 6 through 12.
She's definitely gone away from that neon color of everything, like
that bubblegum bullshit, which is bland and bullshit, right?
I've mentioned multiple times on here. I hate that gimmick of hers.
I fucking hate it. It's the cookie cutter bullshit, vanilla crappy gimmick. And it's like I say the same thing about Seth Rollins. Like, I love Seth, right? But the problem with Seth is that, and he's been doing this for 2 years now. He'll come in, the fans just do his dumbass music, and then it's like, oh, welcome everyone to Monday Night Rollins.
He used to cut way better promos. Nowadays, it's just him acting like he's Jim Morrison.
Watered down.
Nowadays, he just thinks he's like Jim Morrison from The Doors, going out there making up like poetry,
And it's over. And dude, when I have it recorded on Netflix, I have to literally fast forward his entire entrance. The only thing that's different from him is the fact that he got more clothes from Liberace's closet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to turn heel, first things first, get rid of that shit. You know what I mean? Get rid of that shit. The thing is that then he'll cut his promo. I have to fast forward like the first 20 seconds of his promo. Or maybe first minute of his promo, if that. You know what I mean? So, with Bianca's situation, it's like she's the good guy or good girl, right? The goody two shoes, that type of thing. She's squeaky clean. She's never gonna turn heel ever, right? Which is our main event, by the way. Another person never turned heel.
Big E has confirmed Rusev will be returning to WWE.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that was
no, she has not been a heel in NXT. So I think it's time for Bianca to indeed turn heel. Now, whether or not how she's going to do it, that's the question, because is she's going to turn heel with Naomi, or is she just going to do it on her own? You know what I mean? So if anything, there's a lot of shit that can happen, but for the rest of it, he's coming back as Rusev. Hopefully not the same gimmick. I want to see Redeemer Rusev. Dude, that would be sick. I wouldn't mind seeing Rusev Day, but man, I'd be sick to see him come back with Redeemer. As far as I'm concerned, and that actually brings us to Randy Orton. I feel like Randy Orton is going to come out, see what the hell's going on, why I've not had a match. This could lead to three options. I've talked to T-Gek about this. Malachi Black has been teasing promos, right?
Yeah.
The promos has been going on SmackDown. I feel, although Rusev would be fantastic against Randy Orton, right? I personally feel it could be Malachi Black or Aleister Black, if you will, right? I feel like that's what's going to happen. Now, I could be wrong. It could indeed be Rusev. If it is, awesome. You know what I mean? That would be sick. Because, I mean, we have not seen Rusev in wrestling.
But yeah.
Since AEW.
That comment that I posted in the chat that you can read on the side, he had said that after they were doing a Fanatics card reveal, and he picked up Rusev's card, and he said that line afterwards. So yeah, we're getting Rusev back, but I don't know if it's going to be Rusev versus Orton. You know,
I don't see him going up against Orton. I just see him as just, hey, I'm back. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it would be a pretty sick moment.
I do want to see John Cena versus Rusev one more time.
Yeah. Hell, I would like to see him go up against Nick Aldis. But that would be great to see Aldis have a WrestleMania moment.
I kind of, but they were hyping it for a while, or doing little teases. I really just want to see an Adam Pearce versus Nick Aldis match. They have to do that eventually. Maybe a Survivor Series. Maybe we can go back to the old times of SmackDown versus Raw Survivor Series to get that match. I don't know.
Who knows? Rusev versus Bronson Reed. Big, meaty men slapping meat. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hell, Rusev versus Braun Breaker. Rusev versus Jacob Fatu. Rusev versus Ray Phoenix. You know what I mean? Which had a match this past Friday. You know what I mean? It just, yeah. He's there. He was there. He's not going to WrestleMania. And if he does, it'll probably be with Penta. It's a company Penta or whatever. You know what I mean? Anywho, this will lead us to our WrestleMania Night 2 main event of the evening. Cody Rhodes, your reigning, defending, undisputed WWE champion, who's been holding the title for a year now, versus the GOAT, the Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena. I'm dying to hear your prediction for this one.
Well, I think John Cena's got to take this belt. He's going to become the 17th time champion.
It's only a matter of time before that record gets smashed, right?
Yeah.
Flair's been having that record for, 25 years?
And the thing is, it should only count on world championships, because he only held the WWE championship, what it was.
One time.
One time, yeah.
Yeah, it was one time. That was at Royal Rumble.
Yeah. With a tear in my eye. That's one of the greatest promos ever.
Yeah, that segment. Also a great segment, by the way. I'm picking John Cena. Hands down. I think you said John Cena too.
Yeah.
It's his last hoorah, right? And they already confirmed that Cena's going to be on SmackDown for the remainder.
And Cody is not going to be on, I think it's Monday after, but John Cena will be. So, yeah.
But I feel, obviously there'll be some tomfoolery. Do you not think there'll be tomfoolery in this match? It's John Cena. Who knows? Maybe John Cena may debut new gear.
I love how all the internet speculating if The Rock will be there. Yes, he's going to be at Mania.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely going to be at Mania. Why would he not be at Mania? You know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, I see Cena winning it. I see him holding that title for a little while. Only for Braun Breaker to take it. Or Jacob Fatu. Man, Jacob Fatu versus John Cena. Ooh, that would be an interesting match to say the least.
Yeah.
Just the matches alone for Cena that Cena could do. Cena versus Penta. Why not? You know? Cena versus Ilya Dragunov. Because Ilya's not coming back to September. But yeah. It's a who's who Cena can face. But yeah, Rusev, definitely. Randy Orton, definitely. But I feel Orton might be turning on Cody. I have a feeling Randy Orton's going to somehow, some way, turn on Cody Rhodes. Don't know how, but I have a feeling. Because if you noticed, the pay-per-view poster for Backlash this year, who's on the cover of it?
Well, it's Randy Orton, but it is in St. Louis too.
Also, think about this. Pay-per-view post that Randy Orton has been on, right?
Yeah.
Which is Backlash 2009 and No Mercy 2007, right? What was he?
Champion?
What was he? No, well, besides that, a heel.
Oh, Viper. I was going to say the Viper back then.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel Orton might be turning heel.
Yeah.
And I feel we'll be getting a new corporation, which will be led by The Rock, John Cena's WWE champ, Seth Rollins in there, along with Paul Heyman, and maybe, just maybe, Randy Orton. But I feel that's what's going to happen. We're about to have a big faction. A new authority, if you will. But actually done right, hopefully. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's something great. Donnie sent me some. I don't know what Donnie sent me. Oh, it's the shit. It's the push that bitch playlist. That would be a hell of a faction, absolutely. I feel that could happen. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it could happen. You know what I mean? But yeah. That's how I feel. That's my prediction. Cena's gonna be a new champion. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna shock the world because I feel like the internet's gonna be broken. And Cena wins the title. In T-Gex words, Peacemaker is gonna be your WWE champion.
If you didn't hear, Twisted Metal Season 2 will be coming to Peacock July 31st.
Yeah! I'm excited for that. I found that out today, as a matter of fact. So, yeah. Be on the lookout for Twisted Metal Season 2, which I'm very fucking excited, dude. Like, oh, man. It's going to be great. You got Calypso on there. You got Mr. Grimm. Mr. Grimm looks badass, by the way. I like it. So, yeah. And then we got Axel on there, too. Bro, it's going to be great. It's going to be fucking great. Anyway, anything else before we wrap the show up?
No. Not really. Give DDP another Hall of Fame award somehow.
Yeah.
Guys are freaking
Actually,
insane.
the Hall of Fame is just... I'm digging the Hall of Fame. So apparently,
I kind of
there
wish
was no color.
Yeah, I kind of wish Umaga went in this year.
I kind of wish Umaga would have went in, honest to God, because we could have had Zilavatu induct him. Him and his mama induct him to the Hall of Fame. I think that would have been fantastic. Yeah, pretty much. WrestleMania main event is MK1. Pretty much. I mean, you got Homelander and Peacemaker going at it. I would not be surprised if Cody... Better yet, if Cody Rhodes does not come out with Homelander gear, yeah, Cena's winning the fucking title. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, wrapping things up. Y'all gotta check out WrestleMania this weekend. It's going down. I think it's supposed to be clocking in. The total time is clocking in at 18 hours. Yeah,
it's supposed to be like 9 hours each night, but that's with pre-shows and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's pre-show. So really, it's actually 6 hours.
Oh, and if you haven't watched, I don't remember the WrestleMania where Yokozuna beat Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan beat Yokozuna. The March to WrestleMania 9 documentary on Peacock is amazing. It's a really cool documentary.
I've heard good stuff about it, but I never watched it yet.
Yeah, it's really cool. All the footage that they shot. It's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, go check that out on Peacock. While you're at it, come follow us on Twitch. Follow us on YouTube. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Tap the notification bell that way you don't miss out any of our content whenever we upload a video. Catch the replay of this live stream on YouTube, edited and all that bullshit. Whereas Twitch is not edited. You're getting us raw and non-scripted. There's us talking about wrestling too. Great guys talking about wrestling, having a good old time, and all that good shit. Also, if you prefer the audio version of this podcast, hit us up on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, wherever you love to stream your podcast on, you can catch us there. Tune in next Thursday as we cover Raw After Mania and also the NXT After Stand Deliver. We got some good shit. Also, we'll be reviewing the new episode, which is Superstar Billy Graham, Dark Side of the Ring. And with that being said, you guys should do a PLE live show. We've tried that. As a matter of fact, we tried that, and it just didn't work. It didn't work because the thing is, well, Joey has a special thing, right?
Well, we can't show any of the footage, so we just have to be sitting here.
It would be like a live chat.
It would just be us sitting here discussing what's going on the thing, since we can't show anything.
I, however, might be on TikTok live for WrestleMania Night 1 and 2. Not showing, just a watch. Yeah, we've done that. We've done it for Royal Rumble.
Yeah, we did a watch along. It didn't really get many people.
Not just that, y'all did a watch along for Survivor Series.
Yeah.
And Joey fangirled the shit out of CM Punk's return. I mean, extremely. I wish we had footage of it. Extremely fangirled the shit out of it. So anyway, yeah. And I was at TGX's house. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning into this great episode. We hope to see you guys next week for a brand new episode. We're going to be covering Raw After Mania. No, that was you. Well, obviously that was me. We'll be covering Raw After Mania, NXT After Stand Deliver. Just, you got to come by. You got to come check us out. And we're growing. We're growing on the YouTube channel. We're up to 385. 285. Is it 285? Yeah, 285 subscribers on there. We doing everything we can to make the channel grow. And I do appreciate if you guys watch it all the way to the end. That way you don't miss out any of our content whenever we upload. Or I say whenever we let me see. We got 286. So that's awesome. So we getting there to the big 300. We getting there. Again, it really means a lot to us. It helps us out with the algorithm. And just come check us out, man. And with that being said, this is indeed your Tribal King, Nick Venom, along with my good friend, Staggerly Crocker, and we are out of here, and we will see you guys next Thursday right here on Twitch. See ya!
From the kingdom of heaven, please welcome God.